It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Hey, Chris.
Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge.
Poster of the Knicks.
The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. We are far enough into the season now to determine the true contenders, Clark, or do you feel that isn't revealed until closer to playoff time?
No, I think you start to narrow that list down right now, Kevin. I mean, you begin to see which teams are capable of making runs in the playoffs. And obviously anything can happen between now and the playoffs, but the teams that are going to be there battling, you get a pretty good read on who those teams are right now.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's New York. Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Gordon. Austin Rivers is out there with Harden. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Nene in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
New York comes into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City. Here's Cornette, guarded by Nene, and Harden comes to help. Down low, here's Hardaway. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Hardaway has got his first 2 points of the night.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He can't hit that time. So Houston will take it the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
Here's Hardaway. James Harden picking up that last basket. Hardaway kicks to Cornette. Off target from outside. And it's Houston on the break. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And the basket is good.
PJ Tucker.
Now, Moutier, 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. And the dunk by Vonleh.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now, here's Tucker. And he drops it in from the low post.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Vonleh, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Vonleh. Here's Knox. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Hardaway with a wide-open look. No good from outside.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
I mean, what can you do? What's the answer? Harden, gifted near the basket. Strong in body. Elite skill set. Most defenders have no chance.
Here's Cornette. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Moutier, no good. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. Of course, there's the Rockets. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Now, here's Moutier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Cornette gets it to go.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Knox. Hardaway trying to free himself up. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Gordon. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Nice to see Gordon use his touch down low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Moutier kicks to Vonleh. Some nice passing by New York here. And the basket by Knox.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Moutier with the ball. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's Cornette, guarded by Nene. Hardaway goes in. Lays it up and banks it in. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And the jam by Harden.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Good ball movement, wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Here's Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Knicks trail by 4, stolen by Rivers. And then Rivers with the dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Nene with it. Hardaway picks him up. And that one drops.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Houston.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Harden gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Fifth on the list, James Harden.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Here's Trier. No good on the quick three. Rockets leading by 10. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark, well-deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
Free throw drops for Harden. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
Ntilikina can't hit. Houston leading by 9. Now here's Fareed, the fast break opportunity. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
2 shots.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
The first one falls.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
And Kanter drops them both. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
And so here is New York. Harden missing his last shot. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Trier over Harden. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Ntilikina. James Harden picking up that last basket.
You know, that's what you love about Ntilikina. I mean, very unselfish and constantly looking to set up his guys.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Trier. His last outing, 16 points for him. Ntilikina passes to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Inside, Ntilikina. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Here's Ennis. Harden trying to get open. And there's Ennis on the assist by Knight.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Knicks trail by 9. Ntilikina kicks to Hezonja. And finish off by Hezonja.
Love the determination from Hezonja, not settling for a layup off the drive, but instead punching it down with power.
And Ennis slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here's Cantor. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
Ennis, good.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here's Trier. The Rockets making the shot. 6 to shoot. Ennis on the double team. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Knicks making a switch here. Dotson's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for James Harden. Cantor kicks to Dotson. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the layup is good. Dotson's got his first bucket of the night. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for Houston. They lead by 11. Here's Ennis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Trier passes to Hezonja. Kicks it to Cantor. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. It's good. Cantor's got 6 points. Here's Ennis, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. New York called for the foul. The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Knocked loose. Here's Ntilikina. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes to Cantor. Here's Dotson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Right back after this break. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
it's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And, Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
Gerald Green.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Hustling on that offensive glass. About that athletic.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And it's Ennis that time on the assist by Knight. Knight's got 5 assists in the game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
To the paint. Green with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Over to the left wing. Dotson. No good on the 3.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
Knicks trail by 13, and a fast break now for New York. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
That free throw, no good. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. First free throw is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Gordon's checked in for Houston. And he makes both free throws. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment. lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now.
And call me crazy, but I really believe turnovers are one of those game-changing stats. Their ability to avoid those miscues and make the right play consistently has been tremendously important.
Hardaway kicks to Cornette. Back to Hardaway. Rebounded by Tucker.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Offensive rebound. It's blocked. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for New York. 19-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
On the wing, Hardaway. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And, you know, P.J. Tucker drafted back in 2006. Wow, that's a dozen years ago already. But, you know, he spent a handful of seasons in Europe early on refining his game. A good move for him. Came back with a three-point shot that's become the foundation of his offensive arsenal.
And that one, good.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
The shot's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Cornette kicks to Moutier. New York moving it around. Knox misses. And P.J. Tucker, a 6'6" player, a combo forward, really versatile.
You know, in some ways that used to be a backhanded compliment, but his combination of strength and quickness and his rebounding ability. I mean, this guy is tenacious at chasing down loose pumpkins and plays defensively either forward position quite strongly. So a lot of value from P.J. Tucker.
Knox played in with a nice touch off the glass. Knox has got 9.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Moutier. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, and I like what I'm seeing right now.
Down low, here's Dotson. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got assist number 8 now on the night. Tucker can't get it to go.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
Rockets leading by 21. He gets that one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Stolen by Rivers. Here's Nene, and Nene slams it in.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
New York's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Here's Knox, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. James Harden. He's checked in for the Rockets. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Rockets leading by 23. Robinson with the block. Outside Hardaway. Poked away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
And Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
New York shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 26 points.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the three-point shot. He's always got his legs under him.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That'll put Austin Rivers on the line. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
The Knicks making a switch here. Ntilikina's checked in.
One shot.
New York's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Hardaway from outside. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Raptors. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out New York, just way behind.
Timeout. And I think for the Knicks, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
He's checked in for the Knicks. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Fareed is checked in. And the Rockets with possession here. Here's Rivers from 13 feet. It goes down. Rivers has got 13.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And the basket by Knox.
Well, I like the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Rivers can't get it to go. And here we go. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Rivers. Harden outside. Launches it. That one doesn't drop. And New York will come the other way. To the inside. Trier. That's tipped.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
The shot's good from Fareed.
Kenneth Fareed, always aggressive in attacking the glass. You got to put a body on him or he'll make you pay with offensive rebound.
Vonleh, the pass to Ntilikina. Here's Trier. He's guarded by Rivers. Goes up on the wing. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Harden. And it's the Rockets on the break for three. Gordon. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. James Harden, number one.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in scoring, fourth in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number one overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Knox misses. And here are the Rockets now. They're on an 18-7 run. And it's Gordon missing.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off. He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Rivers can't get it to go. The Knicks shooting straight 49% from the field. To the middle, Ntilikina. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Ntilikina's got his first points in this one.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
To the inside, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Good! And so it's New York with it. Here's Ntilikina. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Ntilikina. To to the middle. Here's Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
And so it's Houston, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 3 steals, and a crazy number of assists. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that momentum here tonight. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, Harden's showing off. Complete offensive package, crazy range, and knows how to score off contact and draw fouls. And now he gets to the line all the time, and that's a tremendous burden for the defense.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so Nene will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And New York, looking at who they've got. Vonleh's out there with Knox. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Moutier, and it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Shot from free throw range. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Harden with it. Hardaway picks him up. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh. For Houston, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
One shot.
That free throw good from Harden.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's the guy, second-round pick back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Now here's Moutier. D right on him. Stolen by Tucker. Shot by Gordon, wide open. But they'll get another chance. And the shot goes down. Harden's got 38 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Right side Hardaway. They grab their own miss. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Tucker. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, almost 2.5 steals, and 5 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And that one, good.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Here's Rivers, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
The Rockets have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw no good for Rivers. New York's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And Hardaway gets it to go. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by New York. Vonleh's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass. 17 points for Tim Hardaway.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
From outside the arc, and Rivers with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the basket by Knox.
You can ill afford to put a smaller defender on him. I mean, especially from the mid-range. You're asking for trouble.
Harden with the stuff.
And, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
So it's the Knicks now. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Well, you look at Tucker. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
And New York making a change here. Dotson's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for James Harden. Off the inbound, and it's finished off inside by Rivers. Rivers has got 9 points in the quarter.
That shot was made possible by the work of Nene setting the screen.
They double him with Rivers. Here's Cornette. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Hardaway, and the Knicks miss again.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And that one's good. Green.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Moutier kicks to Vonleh. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Rivers. Back to Vonleh. No good off the back of the rim.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
The first one falls. Houston making some changes. James Ennis comes in for Gordon, and Knight subbed in for Austin Rivers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Knicks with possession here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Ntilikina passes to Dotson. He kicks it to Cantor. Here's Trier, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Trier's got 9.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Here's Green. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Yes. Knight's got 6 assists now in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Green, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against New York. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Shots. And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Free throw good, Green.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Robinson's checked in for New York. And both free throws good for Green.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And it's Green with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Pass to Trier. That one wide left. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Houston. The fader. The rebound by Hazanya. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Clark fast break fundamentals, center the ball, run 2 wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
See a lot of turnovers, too. A lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Look at some numbers for Ntilikina. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 5 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, Hezonja plays with a lot of flair, an exciting player who brings a ton of energy to the court.
And so he makes both from the line. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Ennis, and he overshot that one, missing. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Ntilikina kicks to Hezonja. This one for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Hezonja's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Hezonja clearly capable of knocking down the triple. I mean, his shooting form is as good as it gets.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against New York.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Green.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, nice control of the floater there by Ntilikina. When the D gives him space to shoot it, he makes him pay.
And it's Ennis that time on the assist from Green. Ennis has got 17 now.
I don't think they have anybody to blame but themselves there. I mean, that's just inexcusable to let a guy get this deep inside.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's foul number 2 for him. Off the inbound pass. No good. Some solid defense from Fareed. Here's Green. Good on the baseline J. Green's got 18 points just in the second half.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is New York. Hezonja finds Kanter. Here's Trier. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Green.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Passes it to Cantor. Clock at 6. The pass to Trier. Puts up a 3.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him. One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. They'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential. Now, that's where you like your shots to come from.
Now here's Ennis, guarded closely. Count it. Ennis has got 4 this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Cantor, the pass to Hazonia, and finish off by Hazonia.
Boy, and the bounceability of Hazonia. Man, he's incredible as a leaper. A great dunker when given room to launch.
From the left block, Robinson with the block, and he gets it back. Green, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Knicks shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Knox, he's checked in for Hazonia. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Moment now to check out the numbers for Cantor. 12th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play, really helping his team compete for wins. Pass to Trier, takes a 3, drills the three-pointer. Trier's got 19 points.
Ntilikina is a terrific passer, always looking to share the ball whenever the opportunity is there. He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
.54 seconds left in the third. Pass to Trier, three-pointer. Another shot, Knox. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. Faried's got his 6th rebound on the night, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Stolen by Fareed. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional, Kevin, at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. That's tipped. Trier passes to Cantor. Here's Trier, guarded by Harden. It's good. Trier's got 14 points here in the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
It's Harden with the drive.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Knight. Trier, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And really, all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Brandon Knight. He's out there with Harden. And it's House in at the small forward position. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston, the 17-footer. Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got 6 rebounds here tonight. New York moving the ball around.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Rocket shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. And the jam by Harden.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
New York shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Lee kicks to Vonleh. To the paint. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Harden. And the Knicks making a change here. Dotson's checked in. Shot from the inbound. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Robinson.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play. Executed beautifully, too.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Courtney Lee.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. James Harden. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to 2-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Stolen by Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 54 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Lee left side. Back to Burke. Passes to Dotson. Here's Cornette. Off target at the rim.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Trying to get open is Knight. Yep, it counts.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The pass to Dotson. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Lee against Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dotson. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Like the shot selection. They couldn't cash in with no defense in the area, but still, they'll take that shot every day and for a month of Sundays.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Mark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after 1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. It takes a little time, most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Knight, and the layup falls.
Hey, you could sink these with your eyes closed or blindfolded. So close, so deep inside. Great bucket.
Burke, the pass to Vonleh. Cornette kicks to Lee. Sinks the triple.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Gordon goes in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Courtney Lee.
When you're guarding Gordon, you've got to be careful. He excels at drawing fouls and playing through contact.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Eric Gordon Clark, such a terrific tag team partner for Paul and Harden on the perimeter.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, he provides spacing with the deep range he has. Very efficient shot, not much wasted motion. He can attack closeouts off the dribble, and he gets to that basket and finishes aggressively. His strength very much at work when he does his damage.
And the second free throw, good. You look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball, if you will, or versatile basketball that takes place, more guys are spread out and away from the goal. Bigger guys are not always camped in the lane, so everybody's got to rebound the ball, more so today than in past decades because, again, the three-point shots are coming at a rapid rate. Longer rebounds are available now, so everybody's got to be attuned to rebounding the ball.
But they recover it.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
And Gordon has no fear, no hesitation, pulling from way downtown. Love seeing him knock down these deep bombs.
Picked his pocket. Hartenstein passes to Knight. Goes up the baseline. Chalk up 2 there. Knight's got 4 this quarter.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Shoots off the step back. And the Knicks miss again. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Gordon's got 10 points here in the second half. Lee kicks to Cornette. He dishes it to Burke. Shot to stop the run. Good, he hits the jump shot. Now here's Gordon. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And that's 20 points for Eric Gordon.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
To the inside, here's Lee. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Knight wide open with the second effort. Lee with the steal. Here's Dotson, and it's blocked. One-on-one here. Here's Knight. The Knicks pull it in.
Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
Nailed from three-point land.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Lays it up off the glass.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Up top, Burke. He's guarded by Knight. Count that bucket. Burke's got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Gordon with surgeon-like precision scoring the ball. Man, I love watching this guy work.
And here is Burke. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Dotson with some arc. Second chance shot. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
And that one's good. Burke.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
And it's Burke with the ball for New York. Clark, it always seems the coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there, but the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different, and sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
New York shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Lee. That three off the mark. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Clark, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Burke, the pass to Cornette. Launches a three. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The Knicks shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Dotson kicks to Burke. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team, and usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. And sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Both good from the line that time. And here are the Rockets now. Here's Green. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Green's got 34 points.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
They double him with Green. To the middle. Here's Trier. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And for Houston, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
New York ball.
The Knicks shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. They double him with Green. Nilikina passes to Hazanya. Comes up empty down low.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And there's Green on the assist by Fareed. Green's got 36.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Knicks making a switch here. Dotson's checked in. And Ennis drops them both. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Goes up, and Ennis slams it in.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
New York with the ball. Poke loose. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his third foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And you just have to avoid silly fouls here, guys. Defend with caution. Maybe get ready to make some free throws. If they can do that, they'll be looking really good here.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Here's Trier. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Dotson. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Now Ennis. Banked in off the glass.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Here's Green, up and in on the layup.
Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage basket.
So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with James Harden. James, what is it like when you're playing a team that's struggling and you have to keep focused to keep them down?
You know what? We look at the bigger picture, and we have one goal at the end of the season, that's to be champions. So we can't play down to the level of our competition. You know, we had to go out there every single night and, be on the same page and try to give 100% effort.
It's been a success so far, James. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.